Mulibile Samoka, Hamantleba Bili is interpreting in sign language. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Georgian and Belgium ambassadors present letters of credence to President Masisi. Ministry of Health in high alert after cholera outbreak in neighboring countries. And in sport, Terositile strike gave Joining Galaxy a narrow win against the security systems. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Now, in a first story, the President, Dr. Masisi, has received letters of credence from the Ambassador of Georgia, Mr. Ronald Berize, and Belgium Ambassador, Mr. Paul Jensen, this morning. When receiving letters from the Belgium Ambassador, Mr. Jensen, President Masisi noted that Botswana highly values its big diamond sector that he says defines what Botswana stands for, and therefore encouraged him to study the sector. Dr. Matlabapiri with more.
Botswana and Belgium have enjoyed excellent bilateral relations founded on shared principles and commitment towards the promotion of human rights, democracy, good governance and the rule of law since 1975. The two countries currently cooperate on various sectors including mining, agriculture, tourism and education. However, President Masisi has encouraged Mr. Janssen, who will be based in Pretoria, to expand the scope of cooperation, especially in the diamond sector, urging him to frequently visit Botswana to study the diamond industry.
We have a big diamond sector here, study it and visit the source more than anything else. It's a real source and it's quickly, almost surgically clean in the way we do it. And I keep saying to everybody who comes from Belgium particularly, there is no country and no place on earth for which diamonds mean as much as our diamonds mean to us. And that's every single citizen living, to live, and deceased. It defines us as a people. So Botswana is diamonds, and diamonds are us.
Of course, we understand that diamond is very important for many African countries, especially for Botswana. That's why, as you mentioned, my Prime Minister wanted really to meet you and discuss with you from the very beginning. We want to have also Southern African friends especially on board, and we want to discuss with you the best system possible. We have to find a way that basically I think we agree on the basics, that the Russian diamond should be kept out of the market. Now it's a matter of technicalities. How can we develop a system which is, let's say, waterproof, and to be sure that those diamonds are not mixed with other ones when they arrive on the market. So this is a matter of discussion between experts. I'm not one of those.
The Ambassador of Georgia pledged to spare no effort to continue to promote warm and cordial diplomatic relations between Botswana and Georgia. With shared common values, Botswana and Georgia are committed to environmental education and present opportunities in the development of institutions and various sectors such as trade and science.
This opens up opportunity for even further and deeper engagement in the sectors that are so useful to both countries: agriculture, education, science, tech, innovation, and development of such ecosystems. But these are built, predicated on the fertile ground developed by diplomacy.
We see that there are opportunities. We see that there is possibility for us just to expand our cooperation and trade. And since Georgia is moving fast economically, and the Republic of Botswana is also committed to development, its economic development, we think that it would be possible for all of us just to make our contacts first.
Yes.
Very active.
President Masisi encouraged these two new envoys to do their best to explore and deepen areas of cooperation and to enhance solid relations between their countries and Botswana. Tlotla Matlabapiri, BTV News, Gaborone.
In their efforts to ensure that every Botswana has been provided with shelter as well as equally assisting everyone, Maletelen Board Chairperson Mr. Khotso Mate says in November last year, 293 plots were allocated to Botswana. He also highlighted that before the end of this financial year, they intend to allocate 553 plots. Mr. Khotso revealed this during a Khotla meeting held in Otse recently. Pel Puduhudu.
Other residents have been made aware that they are allowed to request to change their land for business purposes, as different government initiatives such as Temolotlotlom allows them to do so, which can bring them income and create employment. In other issues, residents voiced their grievances while at the same time expressing gratitude towards some of the developments established in their village, which include the railway line.
Police station bona ba se polisi ba re huparetse sepatšhe mme kana sepatšhe se nna ngwaga go tswa mo go tsena mo go le sepatšhe seo se tloga se tsamaya mme re raitsho re buile kgang a ga se kgang e ka digelwang gatshe ra neelwa gatinya mme ga ne le go kopile go siame ke mo a ba tswelle ba dire ka gore go na le dilo tse dintsi tse di yang go helela di tsena mo gare gongwe le tsone tse di yang go di a nako.
Kanye ya police post leone e salaka ena teng jaanong ka re na le lamboto e ntšha leone ke kganye le gore ke tla e tsenya ka bone gore re itse gore jaanong re a potlaka bogolo yang ka gore ga re bue ka gore re go batla madi re bua hela ka gore re ka ikokega ga kae gore re tsise sepodisi seo.
BOTSWANA are encouraged to apply for land as they are eligible for allocation of land at any area of their choice. Pel Puduhudu, BTV News, Odze.
BOTSWANA aspire to adequately facilitate regional and local meetings, conferences and exhibitions. Therefore, BOTSWANA Public Services College facilitated trainings and courses on protocol and etiquette for the district leadership in Kasane. The BPSC upskilled the leaders for them to be able to host international guests. Kizo Deman compiled this one.
At the end of these trainings, 68 district leadership will obtain well-developed skills on protocol and etiquette practices. The course mainly encompasses order of precedence, international and local protocol practices, sitting protocol, and dining etiquette, as BOTSWANA is well geared to host and moderate international conferences, thus a prerequisite to be acquainted with managing well such mega events.
Talking about the rules, the procedures of how to behave, of how to handle state affairs, of how to handle visitors and diplomats, and how to handle yourself. You know, the order of precedence, for example, knowing, recognizing people by their seniority and positions. We are also going to be covering dining etiquette.
District leadership acknowledged the training and that it will aid them when protocoling and managing high-profile guests.
Thusa makhanselara mo tirong ya bone mme kana go ra re ha re ba thusa yana re tshwanetse re ba kaele ditsamaiso tse ba tshwanetse go di dirisa mo tirong ya bone
go a gore thusa gore re kgone go place batho in order of precedence a ka ntse re rutiwa go bua nnete gantsi protocol na re ntse re lebelela thata ko ofising ya ga molaodi.
District leadership have been encouraged to partake in the training course, considering that it will equip them with core skills and knowledge to master protocol precedents. Kitso Temani, BOTSWANA Television, Kasane.
The recent outbreak of cholera in some SADC countries bordering Botswana poses a great threat to the region's health system. This was said by the Minister of Health, Dr. Edwin when giving an update on the SADC's health meeting he recently attended. As such, SADC countries have been urged to be on high alert to avert the spread. Kumiso Mapanyani reports.
The outbreak of cholera in neighboring countries has been identified as a risk to this country as people from affected countries pay regular visit to this country. Minister Dikoloti emphasized their outreach program of spreading message to sensitize the public about the disease.
Our communities ba ipabalele gore ba ka tsena ke jone bolwetse jo re le phata re ntse re le ka gore re heosa gape le mo di bordereng gore re simolola gore re screene batho ba batlang mme gape re interacta le bona go ba botsa gore go tswang teng ke go ntseng jang gore re ntatse gore re itsa go tlhago ga bolwetse jo ka kwano mo bogampeno yana ga ise go re ne le epe confirmed positive case mo hatsine la Botswana mme ke batla gore tletsa Batswana gore re tswelle ka tshwaragano e thatae ka sa tartaga o re tswa mo go ene o re le mahatsa a sadeke batona ba botsogo re na le phutego gape mme ene cholera ne le nngwe ya dikgang tse leng gore re di kopanetse through WHO le Africa CDC go bona gore re kopana yang gore re tswelle ka go nonosa tirisano mmogo.
One of the affected countries has shown interest in building medical laboratory that will produce cholera medication. Minister Dikoloti said on the recent meeting held between this country and Zambia has lured them in learning from Zambia how to produce medicine.
Re la Botswana re batla go develop a pharmaceutical ecosystem in the country, and we want to participate in the whole value chain ya go dirwa ga melemo wa itse gore se re itse Batswana bangwe go ntle go ithuta ka go dirwa ga melemo ke dingwe tse di leng gore re eteletse pele ka tsone mme di tsotlhe tsene le gore re bona gore re tshwaranya jang botsipa jwa rona gore go behelong go lo mebele go lo mo re ka re reng re go dira rotlhe sengwe se re se dirang thata gape re le lepata la botsogo go gore re tsholeditse thata go diragedwa mo go teng surveillance go nna go nna ntse dupa go netefatsa gore mme mo go dupeng ga rona re kganela ka mo gotlhe mo kana ha ile gore go na le yone positive case re kgone go nna sa le re nopotse go le gale.
Cooperation and unity among countries in the fight against cholera is of high importance, as sharing of ideas can be an ideal in prevention of cholera as well as other diseases that might resurface in future. Kumiso Mapanyani, BTV News.
You're watching BTV News. Thank you for staying with us. Now, Kapamadi Primary School classroom block in Khanzi, which was destroyed by a storm last year, is currently undergoing refurbishment, and the project is expected to be completed end of March this year. This project, which is expected to be completed in 8 weeks, cost 1.2 million. Bula Angela Nosa with more.
Last year, a storm ravaged through Kapamadi Primary School, destroying a double-story classroom block, worsening the oversubscription situation the school is currently grappling with. The school has over 940 learners against a 640 carrying capacity. The refurbishment project to get the block functional once more is underway.
We have 8 classrooms that have been lit outside. Hence, we introduced the double shift. But now the situation has changed because it's now -4. It means -4 plus 4. 4 you only get 20. So now we have 12 classes being taught outside. That means 12 classes come in the afternoon.
Meanwhile, ensuring government property is an undertaking officials are being advised to strongly consider. Khanzi Primary is also facing its fair share of troubles, despite celebrating a major feat this year after topping Khanzi School's PSLE performance.
Stationery, it comes, but in small quantities. For instance, just 2 days back, the really felt pain. Every teacher has 7 felt pains.
The supply is failing to deliver consignment as ordered. Yan haeta untama gore ke bona gore ha na pupile 100 ha ke monela 100 tla ba kai we mehel kapa malwe mehel. Can't I try to rationalize ke na me ke ba netse e re ha go tla mo ke be ke thopa hela jang.
A new school to be built in Meriting Ward in Khanzi is said to be the salvation for the overcrowding in the schools around the township.
The expression of interest at one city it's really a horror when we carry April. And the contractors tell me something, Gahoya, Second Sabine, Little Dissimility. Mary Duna Morao Hamo, Retana Le Pocota Yamusuke, Wabana was elementary class, Retana Le Pocota Yamusuke.
The district has been allocated just 1.2 million pula for all maintenance projects in the area. Angela Nusa, BTV News, Khanzi.
The Acting Director of Health Services said the Minister of Health, Dr. Patrick Mosokwane, has encouraged the public to not shy away from seeking access to their medical records at different medical care centres. He says that government has regulations in place that ensures that health medical practitioners comply with proper documenting and recording of the medical history of patients. Dr. Mosokwane said this in an interview with BTV News Desk yesterday. Terema Khoeng and Tumisa Vinte with the details.
With the expansion of medical health services in the country, patients can find themselves seeking medical assistance from a variety of places. This can, as a result, lead to a patient not having their medical history in one place. To combat this situation, government works hand in hand with private health facilities to ensure that medical history of patients in both the public and private sector can be easily accessible to them or other health practitioners.
What all health facilities should do is should keep records and be able to furnish them to the users when they need them. When a user requests a record, the law allows that the head of the facility may sometimes not issue these records when they think the records will be prejudicial to the user. A lot of health records I would be put as a patient in private facility X, having taken medication ABC. I would also have gone to a private GP B, having put on medication CDE, and I would have gone to another public facility. So what the ministry is going the direction of is we want to come up with a universal health record where we would have the records talk to each other so that both public and private can easily access. There could be access for both public and private.
To ensure proper and efficient management of records, health practitioners are advised to use both the manual and electronic handling of medical records, with the electronic one used as a backup to avoid record loss.
In government, there is a paper-based system and electronic system. So the expectation is the electronic system should always be working to detail that if somebody came at 10 p.m. and there is no track in the paper trail because for some reason the emergency room was so busy that at the time there could have been a mishap in the records. There is a clear detail that the person was seen, and then patient monitoring system shows that at 10 p.m. they came, and then at 22 hours the following day, or whichever may apply, that person was at such and such a facility taking such and such a care. And the inpatient management systems should be able to capture even the care that the person had.
Government is looking into putting the Universal Record Center, which will allow both the private and public health workers access to medical health records of patients. Terema Khoeng, BTV News, Gaborone.
Now, tribal leaders have been encouraged to inform themselves of the pillars of Vision 2036 as they are strategically positioned to educate the communities. This was said by the Director of Leadership Development at the BOTSWANA Public Service College, Ms. Daisy Pirewezi, who was speaking at a training session organized to workshop tribal leaders from Ngamini District about the national vision. Maranyani Samakata with more.
Traditional leadership, or bogosi, plays a very critical role of harmonizing government and the community as it promotes the spirit of consultation and some democratic principles that benefits the two. As such, traditional leadership is regarded as a strategic partner to government that could help communities to utilize government programs, which include Vision 2036.
They need to understand the different pillars of the vision, and they need to be able to apply the vision and move their respective communities in line with where the vision wants to take the whole country to. Remember, part of the role of government is not to leave anyone behind.
This workshop was an eye-opener for Mahosi, who have now realized how it affects them and how they could help to attain its pillars.
But to look at the recommendations, the strategies they can implement it. One of the key principles, even you know what, foundation is on consultation and engagement. So if I do malana mono lomuela rizoriki, kense ketsa halekere hakile territory nyame hange kapata ka ho yo mo kanta ga wa nna jalo go ne go lemoga go ria nang ka re ke la le tlhogo ka go adima go next door ka go engage go counseling ka go engage go land board gore nka dimeng resource ke sanang.
Mahosi commended the organizers of this workshop, which has helped them to address some of their challenges.
Kagiso e nna teng go na le merero le therisano ke gone dithabolo di ka nna teng kagiso e ka nna teng mme dikgosi di sa togelwa go morago dikgosi le tsone ba le mo teng go aga pilara yone ke buang ka governance, peace and security. Gore ha dikgosi ba sa togelwa go morago ba tsamaya le bone ba ba rutuntse ha le kana rona ke no ba ile gore re ga o itata le morai wa rona go ba ruta le go ba kaela go emano ke pilara yone. Ha o sa tlhaloganye ditshwanelo tsa gago ga o ka ki wa utwana le ope ha gongwe motho o bua le ene o itse tsamaiso gore nya kgosi o helela ha kgosi nka bo dirile yana wena o tsela gore motho o dira ja o go lebela go tase go sa nna jalo
re ke tsa re la re boela go kgaolo tsa rona ra go diragatsa se re se rutile ha ra o hela re bitsa morae re ba ruta se re se rutilweng la go se tsatsilwane malatsa a le mantsinyana re ta re kgaoganya go ba ruta gore ba te ba thaloganye re ne mo sporo se le wane rote mme re simolotse ka dikomiti tsa motse.
Mahosi were further urged to go on benchmarking exercises with their colleagues from other regions to help improve their service delivery. Maranyane Samagata, BTV News, Maung.
Well, that is the news this hour. Do stay with us. Liza Osaking on standby to take you through the world of sport.
Thank you so much, Olibile. Good afternoon. My name is Liza Osekeng with your world of sport. And in our first story this hour, Thero Sicilia's 40th minute strike gave Joining Galaxy a 1-0 victory over Security Systems in a BOTSWANA Premier League Week 9 rescheduled fixture, which was moved due to Galaxy's participation in the CAF Champions League. Ryan Khengwenyane and Thomas Monamorwa compiled the following report.
After registering 1-0 wins against 11 Angels and VTM respectively, both teams were hopeful to continue where they left off. 20 minutes into the game, Galaxy goalkeeper Witsone Poko misjudged the ball and caught system striker inside the box, but referee Tebogo Bakoba awarded a fair play drop ball to the keeper. On the 40th minute, Galaxy got the lead through Thero Sicile, following a good passage of play to take the game into recess at 1-0 in favour of Galaxy. After the break, both coaches seemed to have worked on their tactics as they matched each other pound for pound, making it hard to have clear-cut scoring opportunities in the second half. That meant that the game ended as it was in the first half, with Galaxy claiming maximum points courtesy of the strike from their prodigal son, Thero Sicile. The attacker bagged his second goal of his second stint at the club in just 2 games.
Second half, it's only that we are unfortunate. We pinned them in the half, but when it's not your day, it's not your day. We will go back and change our focus to the weekend game.
Sometimes you need to choose between getting points and be praised of playing good football. And this is one match where I think we had to play well in the first 45 minutes. But in the second 45 minutes, the demands, when they go high, you should also try to adapt and say, what do you do to make sure that you protect what you have? And obviously, we had to make changes, but I'm happy with how we played. Sometimes we have to grind the results, get the 3 points, which I think we did today, and I'm very happy with how we played.
The win means that Galaxy is still third on the log with 25 points from 10 games, while on the other hand, Systems are also still fourth with 22 points after 13 games. Ryan Khenguyane, BTV Sport, Lobatse.
Botswana Football Association coaches instructor Ditiro Motshegare says football development of any country is heavily influenced by the quality of the grassroots development programs as they build young players into well-rounded players. Motshegare highlighted this recently at the opening of the CAFD coaching course in Mushupa village, which was organized by the Ministry of Youth, Gender, Sport and Culture for coaches who have been working with young players in the southern region. Tlamelo Munsusi.
The BFA CAFD coaching course has attracted 36 coaches from Moshopa, Kanye, Lobatse, Good Hope and Mabutsane. Will focus mainly on grassroots development.
So you are trying to work or teach people how to work with the kids. And not just working, properly working with the kids. Developing kids in a way that they become automatically the future of this country.
One of the representatives from Maesek Khudisa Mamweti says this coaching course is very important to develop football across the country.
Re bahile kitso e ka yone ka reng jano ga ra go simolodisa itutuntswe ya ba na go tswa kwa class 6 years to 12 years go tswala ko tlase ko re bo re nna le bana ba dipalo tse dintsi ba leng gore ba rutilwe kgwele ya dinao sentle mme ebile jalo ga re ba bone o ka re mana ko e tlang ga ra go batla go dira gongwe go diragala gore ne le team ya under 17 or under 15 or under 17 ya kgaolo ya boro re bo re na le kitso e tletseng ya gore re na le bana ba ba rutilweng sentle go tswa ko modimo.
The coaches are pleased with the opportunity they have been given and will implement what they have been taught.
Thuto puisanyo ke dumela gore e botlhokwa e tla re sologela molemo go tswa go a pele mo so that ke mo nka tshimologo ya di-coach ko modimo mo so that e dile ka bana ba banyenyane ke dumela gore ha re ka simolla ka go ruta bone ba ba botlana going forward go ka thusa gore e re ha ba go re di-junior teams tsa rona go a pele di go ka di sologela molemo.
Go botlhokwa thata gore e re le nna ke le motho a mme e be ke tsena mo morerong wa tsa kgwele ya dinao gore ke ba rotloetse from at a tender age because ha go ntse yalo yanong e tla re mo tsamanyana ko re itlhele rena le bana ba ba itseng bolo thata mme re ba rutile go tswa ko moding from primary level go ya ha go timonyana.
The 5 days CAFD coaching course is expected to end on the 2nd of this month. Tlamelo Munsusi, BTV Sport.
Division South League match between Muchudi Center Chiefs and Union Flamingo Santos, which was supposed to be played yesterday, was called off as a result of impasse between the league committee and match host Muchudi Center Chiefs over the match entrance fee. In an interview with the BTV Sport Desk, First Division South Vice Chairperson Major Thebe Mokwa said the matter has been presented before the Botswana Football League Disciplinary Committee for mitigation. Khomotso Sefako and Abang Beat.
The First Division South Committee released a press statement on Tuesday, citing that the committee has resolved to suspend 2 upcoming Muchudi Center Chiefs home games against Flamingo Santos and Desdenau. The committee and host chiefs are at loggerheads over entrance fee as the Katem Bay side has been charging 30 pula as entry fee for their games, while First Division South has put a standard price of 25 pula as entrance fee.
Releva First Division South. Go makgetho ra re ntse re bua le ba Muchudi Center Chiefs. Le nna le bona ipapatso tsa bona ba supa gore metshameko ya bone ke 30 pula mme ditlhopha tse di tshamekang le bone ba nna ba ipelaetsa gore kana tota ba rotloetsi ba bone o ka re ba jwa ntsoma ka tsela nngwe ka gore metshameko yotlhe e duelwa 25 pula mme ka seo re buile le bone makgetho ka nna metshameko e le mene e leng gore ba ne ba ntse ba dira yalo mme ba re kaela gore tota bone ha ba leng teng ga ga ba ka ke ba suta mo tshwetsong e ba e tshotseng ka ba ipelaetsa gore tota ba na dithata tsa gore ba ka dira jalo.
The battle between First Division South and Chiefs over the entrance fee has been going for a long, hence the need for third-party intervention.
Phutego ya gompieno e rile ga re tswa mo go yone re ra dumalela ka bongwe ba pelo e re gore tota kganye go gile lebaka ba BOTSWANA Football League ba kopa gore nyamme kganye a e remitiwe mo go bone ba enele DC e nne bone tota ba lebagane le yone ka gore go lebega rona re ba First Division re tsamaye le yone sebaka ka rona le ba Mochudisanda Chiefs ga re dumalane go nne le an independent body e le gore gongwe e ka tla lebela dintlha matlhakore a mabedi mme ba tla ka tshwetso e le gore gongwe e ka berekela football ditshwetso bona ba DC ba go tsaya di ba dikatlholo di a go nna jang tota ga se mo re ka reng go na le o tla tlholwang ka poyang re tla utlwa ka bone kana kgang ga le go enetswe botsamaisi bo bogolwane ke bona ba tsang ditshwetso rona re tla be re letile gore re itse gore ga le botsamaisi ba First Division South le Mochudisanda Chiefs tota kganye bothata o ka tswa bone e le ba DC ba bo bona bo le ha kae so ke ka mo reng a re ba le teng re letela gore mo malatsing a 14 a ba ipetseng gore tla re mo malatsing ao kganye bo ba e heditse.
Mochudisanda Chiefs will host Sabon-based outfit Desert now on Saturday at River Plate grounds in the First Division South League Week 12 encounter. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And finally, BOTSWANA Football Association President Matlin Letswiti has recognized the life of Malatlegi Octopus Mangole, who passed on yesterday. Letswiti has praised Mangole's contribution to the growth of local football over the years, dating back to the time he was a referee, to his contribution as an administrator at Mogodisane Fighters and at Township Rollers as a public relations officer. Octopus Mangole also rose to fame as a pundit on radio. The funeral arrangements are still ongoing. May his soul rest in peace. And that is it for sport this hour. I'll be back with more at 5 o'clock.